artist has their own tools and materials when creating artwork, and choosing the right paint, that is one of the most important decisions. Today, let's talk about the main types of paint you will find if you walk into an art supply store in Paris. Welcome to Lost in Paris. When you start painting, the very first thing that you must choose is the type of paint you will use. Different paints not only create different styles of art, they also change how you feel while creating. So, to help you find the one that fits you best, I will explain the basic and most commonly used fine art paint. It is smooth, like chunking a petal butter, and full of deep, vibrant color. You can mix and paint on canvas for hours, days, even months. Oil paint is for those who like to think slowly, to layer thoughts and emotion over time. You can paint a little today, leave it, and return tomorrow to blend with what is already there. The color matches softly, almost photographically. But patience is key. While take time, sometimes weeks, sometimes months, to dry completely. Many masterpieces in art history, from the Renaissance to Van Gogh's bold brushstrokes, were born from this medium. It is a paint that asks you to slow down and commit deeply. Oil paint is mixed with a special kind of oil, not cooking oil, and it has its own scent, so it is best to work in a well-ventilated room. And when you finish, you can just rinse your brushes with water. You will need a proper solvent and brush soap. Mona Lisa, which I mentioned in my Louvre exhibition episode, it was made with oil paint. Look, in white paint, there are different series like series 1, 2, 3, 4. The price also depends on the series. These are oil to mix with the paint. The favorite of our modern era. You mix it with water, but its colors stay bold and strong, just like oil paint. You can use this on almost every surface, and it adapts easily to your mood. Add more water and it flows like watercolor. Use it thick and it stands bold and textured. There are so many mediums to mix with it: gels, cream, paste, liquid, oils. Depending on the effect you want, there are so many different types of medium to mix with acrylic paint. It dries fast, has no strong smell, and is perfect for layering quickly. Idea after idea, emotion after emotion. It is almost great for combining with fabrics and collage, which is why it is the best paint I use the most. I really like this one. It came with this kind of a package, not with the tube. The idea is you have to change the cap here, so it has different top and different effect here. David Hockney's paintings, mentioned in episode 6, those artworks were made with acrylic. Watercolor is less about painting and more about dancing. Dancing with water. You don't control it, you float with it. It is transparent, light, and alive. A medium that lets accidents become beauty. It is portable, gentle, and perfect for sketching outside. Each brushstroke is a moment, never quite repeated. In Myanmar, many students begin with watercolor. It is simple, humble, and full of magic. Just make sure to use proper watercolor paper, or the dance won't last long. These two are like cousins, so similar that I will group them together. Think of them as the thicker version of watercolor, soft, matte, and smooth. Poster color is common in classroom, while gouache is richer, used by professionals, and it is more expensive than poster color. They can be reactivated with water even after drying, so it is a forgiving paint. It is often used for vintage-style artwork, graphic design, and mural sketches. I use gouache in my Version Exotica series. It gave the work a special kind of softness and nostalgia. Ink is fearless. Once you draw a line, there is no going back. It is usually black, but now you can find color inks too. In Myanmar, ink has deep roots. Monks and writers use it for centuries to copy sacred texts. That is why I found it poetic. This is the kind of paint which makes you feel like painting connected to literature. When I started learning how to paint, I left using a nib pen to draw animals and lines that looked printed. You can also combine ink with watercolor. That technique is called line and wash and sometimes pen and wash. Many artists use this technique for outdoor sketches, illustration, and landscape. Just make sure to use waterproof ink for that. Otherwise, your drawing might melt into your paint. One of the oldest paints in the world, made by mixing pigment with egg yolk. Medieval artists used it long before white paint existed. It dries quickly, lasts for centuries, and gives a solid luminous finish. It is a paint that connects you directly with history. Even simple work painted in tempera feel timeless because the material itself carries centuries of stories. Even though we have many different options of paint nowadays, there are still artists out there using this technique. If I have to continue thinking about that paint, in Myanmar, the ancient murals of Bagan temples used similar natural techniques, another word worth studying deeply. Okay, finish that area, so let's move to the next lane. The paint that was born on the streets and now lives in galleries. It's fast, bold, rebellious, and full of energy. Spray paint gives freedom. You change cups to adjust your lines, from soft fade to sharp edges. But one round spray and you start again. It is the language of mural, of movement, of protest. It reminds me of the revolutionary wars in Myanmar where art became resistance. But it is important to use it responsibly. Creating, not destroying. Make sure not to spray on historical places and buildings. So this is the kind of paint to learn the difference between creation and disruption before using it. Artists use masks to protect their lungs for breathing in too much of this paint, so make sure you protect your lungs. That is the world of paint. Next time, I hope to share about the materials used for drawing. Remember, the paint you choose isn't just about color. It is about emotion, memory, and how you connect with your work. So I hope you will find the paint which can support you the best to your creation and your freedom. Because paints are not just tools, they are voices, and every artist might find the one that speaks back to them.